gang, we talk about glory. When I went to his wake with handcraft, leg calf checker, and in an orange overall, those glory actually is nothing, it's like bringing shame to my family. Actually, I did nothing for my family, but shame. Hi, I'm Whye Kee. I'm a full-time ceramicist. I literally work like a farmer. I wake up at 5, eat breakfast, and then do pottery in the morning. I joined a gang because I was tired of getting bullied in school, decided that I cannot take it anymore, so I joined a gang to fight back. And because at that point of time was like 1996, 1997, the Asian economic crisis, and then a lot of parents lost their job, and a lot of youth got no attention at home, and therefore they join a gang because the gang is a bigger family. You have a lot of brothers that acknowledge your assistant. This gang is called Fighter Dogs. The gang doesn't require us to put that, just that we put that to show off that we are fighters. I picked up pottery during my last sentence in prison. That was because my dad passed away and then I don't want to think about it, so I joined pottery to pass time. During the 3 months after we learned the basic, we work like 8 to 5 every day, and it's the best time because instead of staying inside the cell for 23 hours, we have a lot of negative thoughts. So pottery is really a gateway for me to overcome, or rather, I don't think we can overcome. When we love somebody, nobody actually teach us how to handle it. We don't really feel sad about it initially. After a while, when you start to think of that person, and then everything just is unbearable. Because we have a library in prison, so I started to look at books, look at drawing, and how to translate that drawing into the pottery. So I just put all my time inside pottery. It was quite tough, especially when I graduated from art school. All this concept and theory and a lot of bullshit about our artwork. These people talk about the space between the color and the relationship, all this. The first open house, when a lot of local tea lovers heard about it, then they came and looked at the teapot and told me that this is not the right size. Teapot should be smaller, everything should be smaller, teacup, teapot, or kind of one, and color shouldn't be the focus. In tea, it's very simple, very zen. Gong Dao Bei is called cup of fairness. So in English, I think it's pitcher. So we use this to distribute tea equally. So in this way, we try to keep the pouring very low, so the aroma won't disperse so fast. And when you sell tea, you want the aroma first because people really can't taste much. So when they pour, they tend to do it very, very fast and very rough. So the aroma will disperse in the air, and then the viewers say, "Wow!" But for me, that's not the way. So I try to pour slowly. And then I start to introduce a spout at the kaiwan. So when the water flows, it's just like one tiny stream of tea flowing out. We are damn fast in society. We rush to wake up, we rush to eat our breakfast, we rush to work, and then we rush to come home, and then we got nothing to do. And tea is more about 修身养性. So it's about developing our patience and nurture our inner strength to actually slow down. When we rush, we often make mistakes. So when we calm down and actually take a deep breath, we can actually think clearly. In Damajurong, I will have a pottery studio there, and then it's more for youth at risk and elderly. And for elderly who actually retire, they have the most fond memories of Singapore. Then we can brainstorm with them and use some of the interesting memories of Singapore to form design and then translate that into pottery. This is bamboo orchid. Bamboo orchid is one of our Singapore native flower. Although bamboo orchid is quite common in Southeast Asia, but it's something native to us. So when we present this as a national gift, we can actually explain about it. I think it will be very meaningful to have our own national gift, national tableware, national teaware. A lot of my friends told me that when they want to give to their friend from overseas, 国产 national product, they got nothing to give. Which of the gift we usually give to our friends is made in Singapore by a Singaporean? I think without that, it's very difficult to feel home, the identity of being a Singaporean. I don't have to teach. Just making teaware and coffeeware alone is enough for me to survive. Yeah, but it's also time to give back. So it's more on using our own actions and how we talk, how we act, how we behave to influence them, the youth at risk. I think I'm taking the role more on a pottery instructor, but at the same time to share with them how pottery translates to life by teaching them pottery from scratch, like from mud to become a art piece, and then themselves can actually build up their self-esteem. The clay comes from mud, soil. My life was like soil, dirty, and with unnecessary rocks and sand, and then after that being filtered, turned into a clay, and then for clay, made into an artwork. That's my life.